So sometimes you get to take risks and they pay off, sometimes you take risks and they don't. Double CV, not a big fan of double CV. CVs are endemically very accurate, so it's good that they have moderated damage, or at least a paced out kind of damage. So when you double the CVs, you double the damage, and then suddenly you just have a really awkward experience. 4 DDs though, so I'm actually happy to have the support. Orkin has radar but doesn't have great AA. Lightning's actually has pretty kickin' AA within like 2.5 kilometers. It's like 250 damage a second or something. And then there's an Edinburgh. Everything else, we can bomb the Vlad, we can bomb the Turpits. Can we wrench around for this? Yeah, you can hard turn during the yellow, but you don't get to turn once it's green. So once you've committed to a line, that line you're stuck on. We pop the engine boost consumable, see if we can stay on this. There's 4 DDs, we have to take the shots we can take, and if this dude doesn't want to use the smoke, the best we can do is hit him now before he uses the smoke. Before he gets in here and it's a cap contest and it goes all the weird ways that it's gonna go. Do have an Oland, but he does have an Edinburgh with him. Yeah, not much from that angle. Stay on the rocket, see if we can hit the Orkin. Cag's gonna be in smoke, he's gone. I assume the Edinburgh is gonna smoke as well once he feels like he's in position. Oh, if he has smoke, he might be torp reload booster. Well, no, he clearly does have smoke. You don't get why radar doesn't spot squadrons of planes? Planes spot themselves, they're in the sky. I mean, I guess you could spot behind an island or something, maybe that's kind of the question. I would like to go for a DD, but the Edinburgh is pushing so hard, it's kind of like you can't ignore him. Fuck. Well, we found a bunch of friends. And actually I need to get the fuck out. Because that is their heavy washing machine push. So it looks like we're gonna do the spin in a circle thing. And dude, get back. You need to not be there anymore. Kansas is looking to help, and I appreciate the attempt, but oh, Oland was able to clock the CAG, that's cool. It's gonna be spotted by the Implacable and have 5 different people shooting at him. So, that's gonna be a trade.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Do we have the ability to torp that? I don't know if we do. Pop the heal, probably prematurely. No, just get out before we walk into the fuck train of all that AA. Maybe we can bomb the Turpits. This stuff is just totally cut off. Bro, dude, you need to be running like yesterday. Destroyers with radar not being able to spot squadrons from smoke seems silly to me. Well, if a destroyer popped radar just so that he could use his AA for a few seconds, that would be a poor choice of radar. If AA was like, you shoot the planes and everything dies within a half second or something, then okay. If radar somehow buffed AA, but which actually, incidentally, I used to work with a guy who was a Vietnam vet. And he flew choppers in Nam, and he told me once about a experience he had where, yeah, thump. Yeah, this is not good. Everybody went over there. So he flew chopper pilot, or he was a chopper pilot in Vietnam. And damn it, I don't remember how the story started because I got involved in that. Nope. Lost it. Fucking gone. This is so clustered. Maybe we can try to harass the Massachusetts or something? We're just gonna have to, hard turn. Oh, radar, right. So, he told me one day, because he was telling me about why he had 2 little cigarette burns in his favorite flight jacket. Well, his only flight jacket, I think. And he was explaining that, you know, he's flying, he had a mission. They're off, they're doing the thing, and then suddenly, there's, they start getting hit. And they're getting hit by a radar-guided 50 caliber. And the reason he knows that is because the first few shots miss, and then all of the rest of them hit. And he said that, he doesn't remember anything about the between time. He remembered when it started. He'd just gotten a cigarette from his crew chief. And then the next thing he remembered, he was on the ground staring at the sky. And that cigarette was burned all the way down to the nub. And the ashes had burned holes in his jacket.
We destroyed an enemy battleship.
So in that sense, if you had radar-guided AA that was just remarkably fucking spectacular, then I guess the consumable would make sense, but... How is the Oland not dead? Yeah, we're about to die. They're all shooting at the Kansas for right now, but... We're about to be lit, so we actually need to start fake angling, I think. So once we get lit, which is now, be hard turn to try to juke shells, but I mean the shells are already out, so we probably just turn into them. Maybe? Overshot. Still lit though. Oh Jesus. Please get the fuck out from behind the rock and do something. Okay. Might be dead here. Do they arm? Yeah, they arm. Sounds like he got hit by a shilka. Yeah, but air search radar was more important for destroyers than surface search. Well, this is a game, so it's not realistic, but in this game, you can pick out something the size of a plane from 10 kilometers distant, while you can pick out something the size of a mall from like 10 kilometers, but only at like 10 kilometers. It doesn't make any sense. There's a little fucking pinprick in the sky. You have little dots off in space that you're able to spot from forever away. Like, it's a game system. It's a spotting system. It doesn't have to make sense. But yeah, if you had players that legit wasted their radar consumable just so they could see some planes and stuff, oh man. The amount of people screaming on the forums would just explode. Oh dear God, why are you making our DDs do this? Why are you making people waste their consumables? You know, stuff like that. Well, one thing you have to think about it this way, Booster. If you're a DD and you're in smoke and you can't see planes, and planes are spotted from 10 kilometers away, then that means that you're a DD in smoke with no friends within 10 kilometers of you. Is that smart? Is that really where you want to be? Is stuck in a place with no friends, the nearest person over 10 kilometers away while people are descending to kill you? Is there part of that that just screams, yes, this is the way to fucking go? I mean, technically we have more ships, although the Bismarck and the Benson are pretty critically wounded. Can hover this asshole for a few minutes, or 40 seconds anyway. Probably your only option. Everywhere you move on this map is your choice. The only person that controls your engine, the only person that controls your rudder is you. So when somebody says, "Oh, I'm stuck out in the middle of nowhere and this is terrible," who put you in the middle of nowhere? You. So the answer is, don't be in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it might sound like, oh, sometimes you just have a job to do. Yeah, sure, but just don't be in the middle of nowhere. Or do your damnedest not to be in the middle of nowhere by being with other people, and if they die, well then you've got an excuse. Correct, like the lightning. Now granted, the lightning came over, you know, these guys came over, so okay, they got split up. He got split off from his task force, he got split off from his friends, fuck. You know, maybe I can get some cool angles and do something. Oh, somebody ended up finding him. And he ended up paying the price for it. But still, like, you have a team. Use the team. The team is stronger than the individual. Even if the individual is really effing purple. You know, 3 ships shooting at 1 ship is still a lot better than 1 very talented ship shooting at 1 ship. Unless it's just in straight up dev strikes, in which case, well, one's gonna pull ahead. Massachusetts burning. Chappie hopefully doesn't get wrecked. Hopefully the Cossack doesn't get wrecked. This would be a great farm from smoke situation. There we go. A little late on the smoke, but okay. So when he smoked when the planes came in, it takes a while for the ship to de-render once it's in smoke. It's the same thing for surface ships as well, but like there has to be, your computer does a server query. The server query operates every half a second or second. And eventually the request comes out, then the response from the server says, he's in smoke, take him off the screen, and you fade. But if you're spotted before you smoke, then you get to be seen in the smoke for a brief period of time. But if you smoke before you're spotted, then there's never a spot state, which means there's never a point where you disappear off the screen. So there's 2 CVs, there's a lot of wounded stuff. If they stay together, they could try to bunker up against that. Lexington's gonna have to try to spot for him. It really just comes down to how well they can support each other. But honestly, everybody is so beat to shit that that's gonna be pretty tough. Sure, Booster. I mean, if you have to make the Hail Mary play, then you have to make the Hail Mary play. I don't think anybody is saying that that's not the case. It's just the reason why it becomes a thing to talk about is because a lot of people do it when it's not the Hail Mary play. They just do it because they think, oh, this is a good idea, and it really doesn't turn out to be a good idea in the end. Wow, that sucked. Indomitable gets chiseled down. It's going for what, the Benson? Oh, that's not gonna do anything. Oh, but is it? Oh, I think he eats that. He outruns it. Holy shit. Way to live, little Benson buddy. So now we're even on caps. Which is a problem. We do have 5 minutes, so as long as they can step on another cap, that's going to be great. Lexington needs to spot something so they can shoot it. Lexington replay. To be honest, I kind of want to know what happens with this. Bombing the Bismarck because he can hit it. Clank. Decent. Implacable rockets, pretty badass. They're pretty heavy in terms of health. He's lost 1, he's about to lose a 2nd. Takes the shot. Benson arcs, doesn't get a good line. Implacable bales, those get ticked out. Question is, how much does the Kaga have left? As long as these guys travel together? Oh, Chappie. Well, Chappie has nothing. Probably dies, though. Don't be alone, bro. Don't be alone. You having 63 health over here, you have 3 people to help you. You being 63 health over there, you have no people to help you. I know it's scary, bro, but this was the place to be. That's incorrect. He shouldn't have brought all the extra planes just to have them shot down. Misses 1. He's got 2. I guess he just didn't want to waste time, maybe? Also, if you had a fighter or something, well, fighters would probably be used on this, right? Blackable torps miss. Kaga comes out with some rocket planes. You need to turn, buddy. Good. Torp drop. Cossack makes it out. And there's the smoke, so probably gets retorped. But because he's spotted, he has the last position. That's a kill. If he had turned off his AA while the Kaga was over here, the Implacable was over here, he would not have been spotted. Which meant as soon as the smoke condition happened, he's gone. So if he turned off his AA, he lived there. Kaga goes down pretty soon. It's like 200 fucking health. There we go. Smoke! 3 minutes remaining. They take this cap. That's going to be a huge difference. Yeah, Lexington should be capping Bravo. That's the better place. So Kaga has a bunch of torp planes. He's going to go after the Bismarck. He could go after the Lexington, but that'd be a waste of time. The Lexington spots the Implacable. You have some long-range shots from the Bismarck, but actually it looks like the Bismarck is not going to chase the Implacable. They go over to Bravo instead. That secures a healthy amount of points, but it's so close to the end of the match. Move, bro. Move. Move. If he accelerates fast enough, that one misses. Cool. Big hits from the Implacable. Well, big hits from the Kaga, not the Implacable. That's a bad line. He might actually juke all those torps. No, he eats 2. Probably. Swings out, eats 1? Eats 1. Minute 56. Kaga's planes are dead. That's going to leave the Indomitable. No, Implacable? Implacable. If he kills the battleship, the minute 45 remaining, that's a 100-point swing, right? It's a 100-point swing. We're only up by 11. The question is, do these 2 caps and this one not mattering, which means these 3 caps equal that 100? They kind of do. Benson can hide with the Lexington. Bismarck just needs to fight the good fight, but ultimately this is probably a cap win. If the Lexington was on Bravo, it's assured right now. I mean, it's going to be hard to dodge the Implacable torps. They're extremely maneuverable, especially for a Bismarck, which is not. They might arm. It might be too close. No, one of them armed. All right, he's not going to be able to torp the Benson. 3 caps to 0, soon to be 4 caps to 0. 56 seconds. Probably enough. It's gonna be close, but it's getting not closer all the time. So as long as the Benson doesn't go down, Implacable's not gonna just magically summon up 53,000 damage in a single strike. So looks like this is a GG. Woof. Yeah, this one might have to be the match of the day. Even though I got taken out, this one was still a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, and the rocket planes are so slow. Get all the way from there, all the way over here to try to get the hit? Nah. If he came out with the bombers and tried to bomb the Benson, maybe. Hey, Lord Smiley. I got taken out early.